As you know, on Fridays, we like to bring in somebody who is an amazing window on culture, movies, music, television, streaming. He does his piece in the Marina Times called The Coastal Commuter. Prolific writer and critic. And he comes to us on a rainbow of magic. Michael Snyder, everyone. Hi, Michael Snyder.
Hey there, Michael.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Brett. Happy Lincoln's birthday, everybody. I wonder what the rail splitter would think of his Republican Party now. I think he'd probably want to split more than a rail, but let's not get violent. I'll leave that to, their adherents. Wow. I just got that holiday spirit, guys. Lincoln's birthday, Valentine's Day weekend for all out there.
Well,
and if you may be alone. I can commiserate with you through my current coastal commuter column in the Marina Times entitled A Year Without Hugs, and it can be found at marinatimes.com. But, I hope you guys are having fun. Are you going to be with your loved ones, guys?
it's appropriate, too, because, it's Gung Hei Fat Choi. Happy Lunar New Year.
No.
That, too. Isn't it the year of the ox?
It's right. Now they have they've set up ox all over San Francisco, porcelain ox. I don't know if you've seen them, but they look beautiful.
I think they're oxen, if there's more
oxen?
than one, though,
Okay.
Brett.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess this is a big year for Ted Cruz then, right?
Wow, okay. I'll go with that. Hey, Michael, I take what you say very seriously. We saw the movies that you recommend here. I usually go right away, and I'll integrate them into my weekend or the following week. And you seldom disappoint, as I've told you. And one that I was late to get to, but I really wanted to get to, it's Black History Month, all that stuff too. But I just thought you had really said nice things about it. Was One Night in Miami, which I just saw, and I really liked it.
Well, I'm glad. It's a wonderful film with 4 terrific performances that are not like impressions of actors doing Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, Muhammad Ali when he was still Cassius Clay, and Jim Brown, the Cleveland Browns great running back. And it's directed by Regina King, actress, and now nominated for her directorial skills at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, she might win an Oscar for it. It's a great point that you make, that it was not done like their impressions of the people. You felt these are very real performances. And then I have to just mention this, and I'll let you get going. I saw it's the last couple of days on Netflix for a few things. So I like to go. They're going away on Netflix. Hostels, which I didn't remember. It's a Christian Bale film done by Scott Cooper, who wrote and directed it, and it's terrific. And I saw it. We streamed it last night, and I really recommend it. Hostels. You should read the summary as to what it is, because it's a story in the post-Civil War. Of Christian Bale is charged with carrying this group of Indians, and and they call them Indians in the movie, Native Americans, and he's a Native American hater, right? And it was powerful, man, really powerful.
Yeah, I agree. Terrific film.
Well, we're out of time, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us. What do you have for us today?
All right, well, let's start with a movie that's in tune with Valentine's Day, big-hearted and pop culture savvy. The Map of Tiny Perfect Things is elevated beyond its familiar sci-fi fantasy setup by a pair of immensely likable leads in Catherine Newton and Kyle Allen. It's a rom-com with a twist that's been used most recently in last year's very funny and charming Palm Springs. It tells a boy meets girl in unlikely circumstances story wherein Allen's character, Mark, a wry 17-year-old boy in a suburban small town, has apparently been trapped in a one-day time loop for a while. The time loop deal. When he discovers that he's not the only one with this bizarre affliction, he reaches out to that person, who is Margaret, a bright and feisty 17-year-old girl played by Newton. And after they connect, the two of them toy with what they come to know is going to inevitably happen every day, to get different outcomes that they know are going to mean very little, because the day will continue to reset. But the more time they spend together in the loop, the more Mark is attracted to Margaret, who has, issues. The screenwriter, Lev Grossman, adapted his novella of the same name, and he doesn't try to hide the inspirations. He has his characters remark that their plight is reminiscent of the previous time loop movies, Groundhog Day and Edge of Tomorrow. It doesn't hurt that Mark is a gamer nerd who would dig that sort of stuff, and also mention something like Doctor Who in conversation. The issues facing Mark and Margaret are obvious. Is there a way to get out of the loop and proceed with their lives? And what's going to happen to the two of them if and when they're no longer stuck together? Comedy, metaphysics, family conflict, and romance. We've seen a lot of it before, but the script is breezy and clever enough, and the leads are so appealing that the map of tiny, perfect things works as a nice Valentine to the struggles and delights of young love. You can see it via Amazon Prime Video.
It also sounds a lot like Palm Springs. Gosh.
Yeah, but it's Palm Springs for kids. That the characters are a little younger. Anyway, Supernova, written and directed by Harry McQueen, concerns the committed partnership between Sam, a well-known concert pianist played by Colin Firth, and Tusker, an acclaimed author played by Stanley Tucci. Okay, we've got acting firepower. These companions of 20 years have been out and proud, and now they're taking a road trip through the British countryside on the way to a special recital by pianist Sam. But rather than a joyful getaway, the journey, which kind of includes stopovers with friends, it's fraught with trepidation because Tusker is grappling with dementia. It doesn't take long to realize that there's a kind of a crossroads ahead and an emotional collision is inevitable. And to the actors' credit, they never overplay the situation and they still earn our concern and support. Tucci, in particular, is marvelous as Tusker, confronting the possibility of losing so much so soon, and he worries how it's going to impact Sam. The depiction of fidelity and the potential for tragedy are kind of palpable and powerful. You can see Supernova in a theater if you can get to a theater somewhere, but for the rest of us, it'll be available to stream at home on February 16th via Google Play, Prime Video, Apple TV, Vudu, and Fandango Now.
All right. Okay. That's
okay.
Supernova. Go ahead.
Cheerfully, even relentlessly wacky. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar, goes on a bit too long and kind of may test your patience, but it's also occasionally laugh out loud funny. It stars Kristen Wiig and her writing partner Annie Mumolo as the titular Barb and Star, two middle-aged women who apparently have been living together since their husbands left them a number of years ago.
Excuse me, Michael. Excuse me. Yes, titular is, I think, worthy of. Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Barb's husband died. Star's divorced her after taking up with a younger woman. Anyway, Wiig and Mumolo co-wrote Bridesmaids, so we know they can bring the memorable comedy. And here they provide this constant stream of loony chatter as their characters go on a vacation to the Florida resort of Vista Del Mar after losing their jobs at a furniture store in their typical middle American hometown. Although they've resigned themselves to never finding true love again, they are both smitten by the handsome Edgar, who is at the same resort hotel where they're staying, but he's actually there as the henchman of a villainess out for revenge on the people of Vista Del Mar.
Oh, I love this.
There are reasons that are apparent in the movie. Edgar is going to bring her plot to fruition. It's kind of fun seeing, of all people, Jamie Dornan as Edgar. You might know him as the stylish perv Mr. Grey in the 50 Shades of Grey movies, but he was obviously game for something light. Comic genius he is not. It might have been a little better with someone who had some serious comedy chops, but again, it's kind of fun seeing him there. And Wiig is her usual anything for a guffaw self, in a dual role as Star and the villainess, and she has an easy rapport with Mumolo, but their jabber can be a bit much. Ultimately, if you like Wiig, you're going to get on board here. Her movie comedies are like those of Will Ferrell, her fellow SNL alum. They're hit or miss, despite all the effort put into them, but she has a slightly higher standard when it comes to writing her own vehicles, and it shows in Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. It's still pretty much a watch, chuckle, file, and forget. Available to stream today via Amazon Prime Video, Fandango Now, iTunes, Vudu, Google Play, YouTube, etc.
All right. Wow. We have just a couple of minutes, but that's good. That means you can give us we've already gotten the map of tiny perfect things, Supernova, Barb and Star. What's next?
Okay. You're not feeling the love this weekend. Okay. Well, how about an excellent and thoroughly disturbing psychological horror film? That'll cure what ails you, love Lauren. I've got this for you. Saint Maud, a truly impressive debut feature from writer-director Rose Glass. It concerns an obsessively religious hospice nurse in the UK who is so dedicated to the salvation of her patient, an acclaimed secular-minded dancer choreographer ravaged by a terminal disease, that she becomes fixated on the task to a problematic extent. Nurse Maud, played to a fare thee well by rising Welsh actress Morfydd Clark, apparently has some unpleasantness in her past that's driving her behavior and fueling her extreme dedication to her faith in a world that she now sees as corrupt. Meanwhile, her patient, Amanda, played with a flickering fire by the ever-able Jennifer L. of The King's Speech, Pride and Prejudice, and other familiar movies. She's ready to die with dignity and unconcerned with the afterlife or the deposition of her soul. Something's got to give, and it does. Somebody more clever than me said that Maud was like Carrie and her mother in one upsetting package. But no matter what comparisons you may make here, Saint Maud is a gripping, disturbing, and satisfyingly scary ride, aided by two worthy actresses who bring the pain and, the soul to the proceedings. Available on Epix and Sling TV, Saint Maud, from writer-director Rose Glass.
Wow. All right, to review, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. You liked it. It's on Amazon Prime. Supernova, among other places, I think, Amazon Prime. I'm just going to list a couple. Super cute. Yeah, cute. The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. Supernova, you like that too? Google Play, also Amazon Prime, and a couple of others. Barb and Star go to visit Del Mar. I'm excited to see that. You said it might be a little bit long in spots, but in essence, the writing holds up, and it's fun. And Saint Maud, that's on Epix, and you like that too, right? That's kind of full of Brits, right? That's the British folks.
Yeah. So Jennifer L. is British American, but Morfydd Clark, by the way, is Welsh. But it's set in the UK, and I think it's on fire. It's really, it's a roaring, scary time, and as psychological horror goes, you could, you'll get your fill from more.
Oh, okay, that may be now. We're done. I'm sorry, we're out of time. Gosh.
Again, I'm so sorry too.
Yeah, I am. We have. I recommended what you recommended, which is One Night in Miami. People should see it. And again, it's only on Netflix for another day or so. Hostels. I think it's a really terrific movie too, with Christian Bale. But if you want a recap of these, you can find Michael Snyder on Twitter. He's at Culture Blaster. He's also on YouTube at Culture Blaster. You can tweet at him. You can YouTube comment at him. Do whatever you want at him. We don't care. We love you, though, Michael, and we love you spending time with us. And until next Friday, where's my harp sound? I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. There it is. Bye-bye, Michael Snyder.
Have a great week, Michael.
Hey, I'm flying away like Cupid.
So long, Michael.
Nice.
He's into Valentine's Day. How about that?
Yeah.